Mm-hmm. I can't see. Not today. Not today. I swear. Okay, man. Oh, these are the last couple games until Super Bowl time, bro. Shit, it's like bittersweet, isn't it?
It
Like,
really is
can't wait for
bittersweet,
it,
man.
but then what am I supposed to do
Season
until it comes
flew
around
by,
again?
bro. Flew
It
by.
really did, right? Like sometimes it felt slow because you're losing money, but then you're winning money. You're just like, oh, don't. I never want you to end football. I never want you to end ever.
Exactly.
I love you,
Hey, bro.
football.
That's why we got the USFL.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh my god.
It's insane. Like nothing will be like the NFL. Isn't that crazy?
Imagine though it did. Imagine it just took off like the NFL.
I
Like we
know.
literally had year-round football. That'd be actually like probably bad for us, to be honest.
Yeah, truly. Like it's probably good. There's a little bit of a break,
Yeah.
like that
I
you
was thinking
can
about it.
just
That'd actually be really bad for me because I'd just be like cooped up in the house on weekends all the time.
all the time. Yeah, yeah. Because during football, it's damn near I am cooked up in the house like for a while. So
Yeah, especially on Sundays. Just
especially Sundays, especially. Anything how'd you do in your best bets last week? You remember?
I think I only missed two. I only missed the over for the Bengals Bills game, and then I missed the teaser of um what was the teaser? I think it
Oh
was
yeah.
the Giants teaser.
Oh,
The
okay,
Giants
okay.
teased up.
Yeah, I hit the
Other than that,
Eagles when I
everything
gave
hit.
out the Bills, and they obviously lost. I think I hit the yes the under on the Jags in the Chiefs game. I don't remember our money line parlay though. I forget. Oh, I gave out the Bills. So obviously, I lost
Yeah,
that
I
shit.
gave out the easy one. I did the Niners, Eagles, and Chiefs. So like,
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, fucking. There's 2 games left. 4 teams, 2 games, and the first one up of the 2 games on Sunday is the 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles right now are 2.5 point home favorites. Over under one up from 45.5 to 46.5. Brandon, we play this game on games where we like to do the yes or no game. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where I give a better offense, better defense. Okay, so we're gonna play this game again for this team. Okay, we're doing first one here. Better offense on 3. I say we give it our pick, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3, Eagles.
Eagles,
All right. Better defense. 1, 2, 3, Niners.
Niners,
Better quarterback. 1, 2, 3, Eagles.
Eagles,
Better coach. 1, 2, 3, Niners.
Niners.
Damn.
Yeah,
We agree, and it's right down the middle. That means this game is gonna be a fun one.
it's
My
gonna be a
thing here, dude,
sweat.
is like, what's that?
Yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, my thing here, the key to the Eagles, I feel like winning this is getting pressure early on Purdy so he doesn't have time to have any reads. You know, and the Eagles' defensive line has been one of the best. They have 5 of their starters have over 10 sacks, with Hassan Reddick leading it with 16. So they can get pressure early and make Purdy have to either check down or throw one of the shorter routes and not really get to see the field much. Plus on that, definitely plus on that. But I feel like the Niners defense is just like the perfect matchup for Eagles. Like what they want to do in the offense, they're skill players, the whole nine. Like I'm very nervous as the Eagles fan, but as a better, I feel like this one lines up a little bit for towards the under. Even though I'm hearing tons of pros like slamming the over because I bet this under at 45.5 early like on Monday, and it's climbed up a point and a half or no a full point. Sorry, so to 46.5. So maybe some I don't know, but I feel like the two defenses who are going to play well. They've been playing well in the all season and in the postseason so far. So I don't know. I feel like this is going to be under game. But what say
Yeah,
you?
it could be one of those situations where like everything says it should go under, but
I
for some
know.
reason it'll be a fucking shootout for
I
some reason.
hope not. Ugh.
And then the other one will be the other game will be opposite or be like a fucking snooze fest.
Right.
Like you know what I mean?
Damn
Which
it.
shouldn't how it should be. Should be the opposite way. Like
Right.
they both on paper have great defenses, so it should be like a lot of running. They both love running the ball. It should be like a lot of clock getting burnt, a lot
Yep.
of long drives. I
Yeah.
think I think that's a big key though. I mean, obviously, I think I'm on the Eagles as well for
Mm-hmm.
this one. I think like a big key is for the Eagles defense. Like, don't even let that like Niners like run game even get started at all.
No, you have to
Like
cut it
don't
down
let it get
early.
going. I don't think like I know that Elijah Mitchell's dealing with a groin injury. I don't think McCaffrey's 100% either, bro. I don't know if you saw
Right.
that last game. He was like on the sideline, like stretching his calf out.
I heard he had a heating pad on himself too a little
Yeah, I
bit.
think he's probably definitely not 100%.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
you have him flying on like, no, they're not on a short. They played on Sunday. Yeah, so it's a full week. So
yeah, fully.
yeah, I mean that's not ideal, but everyone's not 100%. Jalen Hurts isn't 100% either. But it's a good
Yeah,
point because you have a rookie leading the team into his first like real. Yeah, this is his first road playoff game. So
yeah. And to ask
fuck,
him to like carry majority of the load would be kind of I
right?
feel like asking a lot for him, you know.
I would say so. I mean, what have we seen from him though? What he does is this the thing. If you give him he gets the ball out quick, and Shanahan obviously schemes up an offense that gets the ball out quick, and he has his hot routes that are either Debo or McCaffrey, and then he's got Ayuk and Kittle who usually do like middle routes. So this is the
Yeah,
thing, like you have to really muck up his eyesight where he can't just sit and watch Kittle and Ayuk go down the middle more so. And if you have art, that's the only thing. Like Kittle could really mess up the Eagles linebackers on vice versa, like Dallas Goedert doesn't have an advantage against the Niners linebacker. So
yeah.
offensive wise, you have to lean more heavily on the receivers as the Eagles. And I mean, you're going to need like them just getting open with Smith and AJ Brown. So
AJ.
I don't know, man. I'm as an Eagles fan nervous, but this one I feel like is I don't know. I feel like a little bit better than taking the Cowboys here. Like I get Brock. I mean, I'll take Brock Purdy in his first playoff game on the road in Philly, like his first
Seriously,
road playoff game.
not a
Sorry.
not a great environment to have your first road start in the
Exactly.
playoffs. Have
Exactly.
fun with
Like
that, buddy.
have fun with that. Like you better have your family in a press box locked. Like you make sure
Or
it's
fucking
all
security guards with Glocks 18s on the
yes.
fucking door.
Make sure it's kosher, Purdy, because they're not gonna make it any fun on you at all. So
And you heard the stories for the what happened to the Giants last week. You know they might have some situation in their hotel the night before,
right? Oh, you
and you
can't
just
oh you can't check in? Sorry.
do some Michael Jordan shit, give you some shitty pizza, get them all
Yeah,
sick.
some shitty pizza, some bad food, exactly. Like tainting their food. Yeah, you never know. It's Philly. There's absolutely nothing is off the table with the fans and the city around there during that time. They're already barricading off from some areas. If the Eagles win, there will be some serious shit go down in that city. For better or for worse, the Eagles bring out the
Let's be
fandom.
honest, for better.
For better. I hope, hey folks, just don't hurt small businesses and businesses out there and smashing shit. Go celebrate, have fun, but don't go out there and riot and loot. Okay, no need. How about this though? Let's talk about this, Brandon. If we look at the Eagles defensive line versus the Niners defensive line specifically, you got Joey Bosa with 18 and a half sacks. That's fucking insane, first of all. That's a ton. But the other top four behind him have, I think the other one has six, and then all the rest have five, four, four, I think three. So they're more top heavy with Bosa. And with the Eagles, it goes Hassan Reddick with six, and you got like Hargraves with 11, Brandon Graham with
Graham,
10.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple more. There's five. A Sweat with 11, and I even think Fletcher Cox has 7, and there's one other with over 10. So I'm
So it's like you can't focus. Or is it the new guy Jordan Davis?
no, it's not him. I'll have to find it. I
But
forget right
yeah, it's
now.
like you can't focus one guy and try to cancel out one
Exactly.
guy. Whereas you can do that on the Eagles side. Like you can try
Right.
to cancel out Bosa. Like the
Right.
Bosa. I mean, Bosa didn't. I'm sure he affected a little bit of the Cowboys game, but he didn't have like a crazy game or anything.
Right. Right. No, for sure. And he lines up on Jordan Mailata's side, which is, I guess, he can be had a little more than if he would be on the other side against Lane Johnson.
Yeah, I was hoping he wasn't against Lane Johnson because Lane
Yeah.
Johnson like he was
He's a
definitely hurting. He was definitely
yeah.
hurting, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He even said it. Like you could see it, which is insane. He still didn't give up a sack in that game, and he still had like he has a torn
Tore
groin and
groin,
pec.
yeah.
Yeah,
They were
it's
they were
insane.
talking about on the broadcast. They were saying like, I guess he called Cam Jordan from the Saints because I guess he also had that same injury. He's like,
Uh huh.
he called Cam Jordan. He's like, so what's it gonna feel like? He's like, it's gonna be a lot of pain, bro. He's like, it's
Oh
like,
my
fuck, I did
god.
not want to hear that. Like that's got to be so hard. You know for a
I can't even
fact, like
imagine, dude.
for a fact they're getting like shots,
Oh,
like
100%.
and they're getting in
100%.
their groin. That fucking shit hurts, bro.
Right in the side. Oh my
I remember
god.
I was reading Jerome Bettis' book as a kid, and he got like the game of the Super Bowl. He got his groin shot up. I'm like, dude, that had to hurt so fucking bad.
Mm, that's
Like,
not
dude,
great. The
that's
groin,
awful.
for men, the groin area is not where you want to have to
Yeah,
take a shot, have to pull something.
yeah,
And then when you're trying to, when you as a offensive lineman, you back up and then you try and anchor yourself and push forward, and that takes all your fucking groin and all that testosterone, to
yeah,
get back in there. So that's when that shit just fucking balls up.
yeah,
So
yeah, bro.
can he? Can he ride it out? I mean, they're obviously going to come at him and maybe try and test him a little bit and see how healthy he is and how much they can bring on that side of the field. This is like the biggest big boy game for Jalen Hurts. Yes or no?
Oh, 100%. This is a big stepping. Like this is like where you come into potentially put yourself in the conversation as like the elite quarterbacks in the league. Like get yourself in that same group of Burrow, Mahomes,
Right.
Josh Allen. Like get yourself in there because he's definitely good enough to be in that that
Mm-hmm.
group. He just hasn't had a big enough game yet, like a big enough scenario to put himself like steadily in that category.
Yeah, I feel like it takes like a game, like everyone points to. You see, I remember that, like, and that's what everyone will point to. Like even Kirk Cousins has some of those games. So it's like I feel
Yeah,
like Jalen Hurts, like this is his moment, I guess, in the one of the biggest moments. Though, 'cause Kirk Cousins has never been to a championship game.
yeah,
So the thing is here, like, yeah, if Jalen Hurts comes out here and looks, he doesn't have to look. Obviously, he doesn't have to make mistakes. He's going to make mistakes. This will be like not a perfect game. This will be like high risk, high reward game too. Because I feel like they're going to take away the run, obviously, because we can open up those lanes with the Eagles and they get it going with on the left side and right, and because Kelsey's just so good. But man, I can't wait, Brenton. I really can't wait for this game.
I
I
don't
can't wait
know.
for Sunday.
I don't even know the kind of stress you're under, bro. I'd be so stressed out. I'd be so stressed out if this is my team.
Yeah, I am, and like I even had to like watch the game by myself the other day. I was just or the on Sunday, just so like wanting to be zoned in, and then once I saw the Eagles kind of pull away at the Giants, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a laugher. But I'm gonna have to really settle in for this one
Yeah,
coming up.
I feel that.
All right,
I
bro.
feel that. Should be a good one.
Second game up.
I have a feeling that game is gonna be a sweat.
Mhm.
Like
Oh yeah.
the whole game.
Oh yeah. Right.
Like it's gonna be a whole game sweat. I feel. I'd be
I
very
heard
surprised if it was like you're like sitting like at a 10-point lead the whole game or something like that, or like a 7-point lead the whole game.
if that
Even that's like
happens, if that
yeah.
happens, like we would, I mean, we're gonna be favorites going into the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
Like just
100%.
because like we shouldn't. Yeah, neither side really should dominate. I mean, maybe if they had Garoppolo back, honestly, but Purdy's just on fire right now. And someone did ask me, they went, "Well, if he's on like his this winning streak, wouldn't you not want to play him versus the Cowboys?" And I feel like no, I'd still rather play. I feel like I guess I'm not just playing Purdy, but I mean on offense, I am. I mean, the Eagles are. The Eagles are playing against Purdy on that. Like he is a quarterback. So
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, bro. We're moving on. Hmm. Bengals, Chiefs. Is Mahomes hurt? That's the main question. Chiefs are 1 point dogs right now at home. Over unders 47.5. I think we saw that video of him walking off the podium after talking to the media. He put pressure on it. It looked good. Like it was a stroll. He had a stroll going back outside there. I was like, damn, he doesn't look bad at all. But obviously, that's walking versus playing. So I don't know, Brandon. What do you think here, man?
I'm already told myself after yesterday, like yesterday, I was like, I'm going into this game as if Mahomes is 100%. And I'm betting regardless of what I think his health is. I'm betting as if he's 100% healthy.
Yeah,
And to me, I'm not letting it sway
right.
my
That's
choice
a
on this
smart
game at
play.
all. And I think maybe that's because I'm on the Bengals.
Okay.
Like if he was healthy, I would have been on the Bengals. I think the only resistance I really have towards betting the Bengals is the fact that everyone's on the Bengals, like all the public and the money's on the
I
Bengals.
know.
If they weren't, like I would have literally have no worry at all putting like betting the Bengals, but it's because all the money's on it is what worries me, like some fishy
Mm-hmm.
shit. But I personally just think that I think the Bengals have a better roster than the Chiefs. I really do.
Dude, yeah, that's a good point, honestly.
I just think they have a better roster. Like if you like going like chip for chip, like and like the Bengals have been playing without like I think their defense is better. They've been playing without their star like cornerback like Uzie like the whole
Yeah,
year almost.
yeah.
And I just think I think they're maybe I give the like defensive line like rushing the passer like probably to the Chiefs, but like other than that, like I give almost everything else to like the Bengals.
Yeah, I think that's a underrated point. Like they might be chip for chip, especially offensively too. Like yeah,
Yeah,
Mahomes. Like you put Mahomes with them, like holy, like holy shit. Like you would be
yeah.
like, well, that team's unstoppable. But even with Burrow, this guy, like I heard someone go, I built a model, and I've been in the betting game for 10 years. This guy, I was listening to a podcast, and he goes, and I could never really catch up to the Brady effect of him just like being clutch. And like never being able to like price a good number or like take a good number with or against Brady during the Patriot years. And I feel like that's so indicative to what Burrow and Mahomes are, and they're clashing. So it's so hard to bet because, dude, you Burrow just going into Buffalo and just like ice, like, dude, right away, this game's done. Like you
I
knew
just
right away.
I just don't know what else we need to see. Like he went to Buffalo and won. The
Yup,
same exact scenario happened last year.
yup,
Mahomes was healthy
yup.
and they beat him. And that's year he's
Exactly.
going in not
Clean.
healthy. Yeah,
Yeah.
what's why would we not want to bet him this year? He's
Wait.
healthy. He's unhealthy this year. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
And they
and
lost Tyreek Hill.
ex,
And they lost
ex,
fucking Honey Badger. And they lost
right.
Tredaris Ward, whatever the Tredaris Ward.
Like objectively could be a worse team
That's what I'm saying.
right now than they are last year.
I really think that people are allowing the whole how much money is being put on the Bengals. I mean, which is like understandable, but I think they're letting that really get to their head. Like, there's so much money like in public on the Bengals that like I have to be careful taking the Bengals.
Yeah, and I guess that's where I was like going with that. It's like we need to fade that shit when it comes to Burrow. Like because last week that was all the our last last week it was all the same thing. Oh, money's all on Bengals like public, and then and then the line somehow was going up for Buffalo still, and then Buffalo gets waxed. So it's like
Yeah,
there's some things the public obviously doesn't know, but even some of the sharps just don't know. Like, like I'm not here saying I'm a sharp, but I listen to these guys who claim to be in like, they'll tell me they're saying one thing. And then as you see it play out, it's not how it is. Cause football and as in life is like, there's just random stuff that comes up play by play or in the week that makes a player play a little harder or play not so harder, and it's like, and that's why during the fucking like games before the Super Bowl, you're hoping everyone's locked in and ready to roll.
yeah.
Um, I think this is the meme reference here. This is that meme where it's like, this is you versus the guy she told you not to worry about.
Hmm.
Mahomes or Burrow is the guy she told you not to worry about. And like you look back and it's like Burrow, and you're like, fuck, I'm screwed. Like I don't know. I just like even in this situation, like I like my dad asked me, should I one of my office manager asked me if he wants to make a bet. He's like, I'll take the Bengals and he has to take the Chiefs. And I'm like, Dad, I don't either way. I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you. Like you can take the either way and good luck. Like I had no real like lean here because it's just so hard to bet either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like first quarter, like first drive of the Bengals,
Yep.
I think this will be a key factor. First drive of the Bengals, if Joe Mixon gets the ball like 5 times, and for each of those rushes, he gets like 6 to 7 like yards per attempt,
Uh-huh.
or like 5 yards per attempt. Like if they're running games, if Mixon has a good game,
Yeah.
I feel like, and barring like random turnovers and bullshit like that, I feel like there's like almost a very low chance the Bengals lose that game.
Yeah. That's a good point because O line looked good last week against the Bengals or
Yeah.
against the Bills. That's it. What about this though? Like they played in the snow. So do you think that like eliminated some of that? Like maybe we could have saw how bad the Bengals offensive line was because like,
I mean,
it's a snow game, so
I
it's like a
I
little bit
guess, but you could also say that it was harder to block in the snow. You know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah, it's
So
a
it's like,
double-edged knife, right?
yeah. So like a
Yeah.
lot of like I heard a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people when they choose a side, or they have like the narrative in the head, like, oh, I'm gonna be on that side. They At
Right.
that point you're looking for like data points. I mean,
Right.
everyone does it. Like I do this. You look for data points to help you like concrete your like help your argument on why
Right.
you
Right.
want to be
Right.
on the team. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 Like confirmation bias a little bit.
Yeah.
Like yeah, grabbing stuff that's gonna
Just
help
like
you
what's it
like feel
called? People
good.
like some people say that it's like on the snow games, it's harder to defend,
Mm-hmm.
and some people
Mm-hmm.
say it's harder for receivers. So it's like, which one is
Sure.
it? It's like,
Right. Yeah. That's why it's like it's just it's a wash.
yeah,
Go play football.
yeah.
Yeah. This one is like, wow, what's the Chiefs' best defensive lineman?
Jones.
Chris Jones.
Yeah,
So you got to watch for him early too. If he's like just easily manhandling some of those guys, you like, okay, maybe this is
yeah,
gonna be a little hard for Burrow to get balls
yeah.
off and stuff.
But also, like I
Um,
always say when the Chiefs play the Chargers, like if someone in the good name of Christ can just figure out how to stop Travis Kelsey, I guarantee you the Chiefs will lose games. Like if you can limit Travis Kelsey to
you say
not
this every
scoring in the
time. Like,
red
yep,
zone and
yep,
not getting like 7 receptions for fucking like 75 plus yards, you'll beat the Chiefs like 90% of the time. Like
yep,
make them
yep.
fucking throw to Valdez MVS like fucking 20 times. Like good luck.
Brandon has been
Let
preaching
Juju
this,
be Juju catch me however many balls you want to catch Juju. Just
right?
do it.
And you were saying earlier, Brandon, like, okay, these two teams played last year, and they weren't even this Travis Kelsey dependent because they had Tyreek
Tyreek
Hill.
Hill, yeah.
Now they're much more Travis Kelsey dependent. So you're gonna tell me you don't want to you're gonna just one-on-one him instead of trying to just get beat by, like you said, Juju, MVS, McCole Hardman. Like make those guys fucking be ESPN Sports Center stars. Do not let
Seriously.
Travis Kelsey's name come up in Sports Center again. He should be if he catches the ball, he should be getting smashed, and there should be no catches. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. I
it
mean,
should just be game plan for Kelsey, and hopefully, I mean, if he can if Mahomes can beat you with other guys, then I mean, tip your fucking tip your fucking cap to the man.
yeah. Well, now I'm also doing like now I'm grabbing for stuff to, like help like solidify my
What are you
side, but also
grabbing,
like
Brandon?
my side is like also like if Mahomes is like he's hurt, like he's like one freak thing from re-aggravating it, and like there goes your fucking
That's a
so
good
very
point.
volatile. Like it's like one crazy shit from easily injuring it again.
Yeah. And you
And
can
it's
say,
like
I guess that's for every team or every player, but no,
yeah,
because he
yeah,
has a pre-existing injury, and it's like it's a little more, a less
likely
of a like a on his
random
ankle,
thing.
like a little hit
Yeah.
could take a lot more, go a lot longer way. You know?
Or as if he's not as 100% like as he was showing in those videos, like
Right.
as far as like those running plays, like if you saw him last week for those stretch run plays,
Yep.
like
He
he
couldn't
could
get
barely
out
do
there.
those. That means he's going to be throwing like doing a majority of run plays if he couldn't be able to do those. Like if he wasn't healthy, like
Yep.
most of them are just becoming fucking like up the middle or some shit like that. Not like really
Exactly.
stretch or like dive plays.
He probably won't be under center much this week. They'll
Yeah, he'll
probably
be
have him in
the
snap.
shotgun. Yeah,
Yeah, he'll probably have him in shotgun. So that means like what? A lot of screens, a lot of quick passes to receivers, a
yeah,
lot of shorter routes. So that's gonna be their like probably offensive lean. But if you got to think about this, like if barring a crazy something crazy happening, and Chad Henne being the guy that starts, this 47.5 is like too high of a number, right? And you would go under. But if you're getting, because right now it's like, okay, Mahomes looks healthy and everyone's saying, okay, he's good, but nothing's been like concrete, like, okay, fully good, all is real. 47.5 feels like, hey, you should take the over if we're getting, which seems to be the case, we're getting Mahomes. He's not going to not play. He'll at least start the game. Does he end the game? Who knows? But he's at least starting the game. So 47.5, if once he gets like locked in as all good rolling, that's going to, I think, almost hit 49, you know?
yeah. Probably right.
So it could be something to take now. Um, those are the two games. Do you have anything more? Should we break down any other part of this?
Oh, I had one thing in the other game that I didn't mention. I said, what are the odds of at the end of the game
Yep.
if the Eagles win, like Sirianni and Shanahan
Oh,
getting a fight, shaking
oh
hands?
my God. Just fucking
Because
going.
Shanahan's a feisty dude, and like in
Yeah.
Sirianni, just fucking he'll fucking lay it, like he'll
Did
fucking talk his
you
shit,
seen that
bro.
video of him talking to
I
that
know what the
ref?
fuck I'm doing. I
I
could
know
be
what the
out here.
fuck I'm doing. I could be down here. And then him looking at the one thing with him doing this to the fucking camera when it's coming by, and he's like
Yeah,
also looking at the camera. I'm like, we gotta cool it with that Sirianni a little bit. And then
I
when
love
he said,
it so
he
much.
goes, I don't want to do this, but having Jalen Hurts out there is like having Michael Jordan. I'm like, why are we doing that?
Don't be doing that.
Why are we doing that? You know,
Don't be doing that. Chill with that.
we need to chill with that. Jalen Hurts is a second-year quarterback, and you're saying it's like having Michael Jordan out there.
Chill with
Sirianni,
that.
you sound like a fool.
Chill with that.
You sound like a fool. You need to reconsider your word choices because you're putting undue pressure and stress upon your quarterback and team. Okay? Do you hear me, Sirianni? Is this thing on? Anything else here, Brandon?
I think that's it.
Well,
Celebrities.
The next one up, we got the best bets and shit. So let's roll out to this, Brandon. Oh, okay. We're gonna give you a best bet on the next round. We're gonna give you an over under on the next round, and we'll talk some more. Talk soon.